Invisible is a totally new concept for me. I always write about something pretty personal. It kind of sets a new standard for me. I didn't really go in to write this song necessarily. I went in to write something else, and Bonnie Baker and Katrina Elam and I ended up writing about how we all, in different ways, could relate to the message of being an outcast, right? Being misunderstood, being essentially bullied, right? And I don't say that necessarily to. I say that very carefully because I know that there's a lot of people that go through this on a much larger scale. But in whatever way I can relate to it, the song is about that. It's about that feeling of being, just kind of disappearing among the crowd, not having a place to fit in, being different. As a music geek in high school, middle school, now, I've just gotten comfortable with the fact that I can call myself a geek and be proud of it. But I guess that this song, in some ways, it's like that's one of the things I want to say is that's a good thing. If you're passionate about something, if whatever makes you different, is what makes you awesome. Is what makes you perfect. I was lucky to have a support system that helped me through all that stuff and helped me figure it out, or not figure it out, but just helped me through it. And if anything, this is a song that I've always wanted to sing. I never thought it'd be a single, much less that I'd get to introduce it to the world on the Grammy stage. But this is a song that essentially says, if you're looking at this and if you see this side of the story, let me offer you the other side of the story that you can't see. The other perspective is that this gets a whole lot better, and that this is essentially gonna mean something totally different to you in the future, and that this is gonna be what builds you and makes you, even better. I really wish I could take credit for saying I'd really like to debut this on the Grammys, but it has nothing to do with that, This was a song that I was planning to put on my record. I wanted to, had no idea whether it would be a single or not. The team actually approached me and said, "We believe that this should be a single." For whatever reasons, right? This does reach farther than maybe you anticipated, right, or whatever. And then the Grammys actually heard the song, and they kind of just stepped up right beside me and said, "Hey, we hear you, and we get it. We're with you. We are right here with you on this message." And we'd love for you to introduce that on our stage. I'm so ready to get back on the road. I'm not ready to get out of the studio, but I'm ready to get back on the road, which I know makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but welcome to my life. It's time to take this music and play it, play it and introduce it, right? And put on a new show. I've got so many ideas that I've been sort of just sitting on and waiting to do. For whatever comes next, for this next chapter, and it's time to build that stage. It's time to play this music, and I could not be more excited to get back on the road. The stage, the road, everything about it. That completion of the circle, right? Like that moment when all the stuff you've been working on in a vacuum in a studio where nobody's heard it for 2 months, all of a sudden, the fans are digging it, or they're singing along to it, or they're talking about it. It's like that's what it's all about. I mean, that's when it really makes sense. That's when it all makes sense. That's what I live for, yeah.